your business does not have to be boring. All you have to do is stop being boring and get creative, and you're good to go. Welcome to my channel. My name is Kendra Deanna, and I am the business doula. So if you're new here, I am starting a 90-day posting challenge, or I have started a 90-day posting challenge where I am just wanting to get more consistent on here, but I also wanted to give you some edutainment where I educate and entertain you at the same time. So I started a series called Marketing Matters, where I talk about marketing matters and why it matters in marketing. You can hear my kids in the background, so bear with me. First of all, before I get into it, shout out to Mavo, okay, for this microphone, because I am living out my childhood dreams, okay? I used to make all kind of stuff into microphones when I was a kid, playing TV show and all, and newscasts and all that stuff. Anyway, enough of that. Okay, so in this series, what I do is I break down what the matter is. I give you some takeaways, some things that you can take away from it, and some actionable steps that you can do in your own small business as you're promoting. So this episode is episode 2 of the series. In this episode, I am going to be talking about my good friend, Noelle. She has a worldwide apparel brand that is called FineTuned.
What is FineTuned? FineTuned is eclectic, fun, bold, classic, out-of-the-box kind of style, making people remember you when you leave the building.
I just wanna look good, I just wanna feel good, I just wanna be myself. Comfortable with who I am, not trying to impress nobody else. Never know what the day might bring, that's why I like to stay ready. Turning heads wherever I go. My swag is customized, can't nobody bite it, one of a kind. Just the way I like it, been fine since I'm mine every day of time. I'm fine too, fine too. If you wanna shine, then now's the time. Get fine too, fine too. Nothing better than feeling your best, never scared to show it off, yeah, yeah. I stay fine too. How about you?
A lot of times when we think of jingles and commercials and stuff, our minds for some reason just think that it's only for the big boys, you know what I mean, the big brands. If we started to do these things for small business owners on a regular basis, it would be so beneficial to reaching their goals, whether it be gaining more brand awareness, getting more sales, whatever your goals are. I think it would be so helpful to get you closer to those goals. Back in 2018, I'm looking at my notes too, because I want to make sure I give y'all everything. So back in 2018, a business partner and I, we were working together. It was a good friend of mine. We were putting together a business where we would put together a jingle and put on a full production commercial for a small business. And we chose to work with our friend Noelle first, just to kind of like get our feet wet and just kind of see how it would be. We had a videography team that we were working with. So what we did was I think we went to the mall or something like that. Yeah, we went to the mall because our friend had 2 little ones and they were playing at the little play area while we were sitting down with Noelle, and we talked to her. We just wanted to get the behind the brand. We wanted to know what her brand was about, what she wanted people to feel when they wore her pieces, and what she wanted people to know about her. And so we gathered that information, and my friend and I are both songwriters. So we wrote a song, a jingle, if you will, because the jingle era is here. I feel like it's coming back. Remember the 80s and 90s? It's coming back. This is in honor of that era and Black History Month, because she is a Black-owned business. Now, we put together a jingle with everything that she said, went to the studio and recorded the jingle. I was a singer of the business, so I sang the jingle, and then we had Noelle actually come into the studio with us, and she did a little voiceover. And this was before we was doing like voiceovers on our phones and stuff, but yeah, so she came in the studio, and we really wanted to have that studio feel, that studio sound in the commercial. So she came into the studio, recorded just what FineTuned is. She talked about it. After we did that, it's a long story with how this all came about. But my friend and I and my business partner, we put together a storyboard of what we wanted the video to look like and how it was going to all come together. And we went with our videographers. We collabed with some models, and in our area had a makeup artist that we worked with. She did their makeup for us. So what we did was, throughout the video, Noelle was taking a walk through the city, and on one part of the video, she was taking a walk through the city, and she saw all these different people with her wearing her clothes. Another part of the video was her actually putting together one of the pieces. So she had one of the models putting, just being, she wanted to fit her for an actual piece. We put together this video, and it was so dope. What was so dope about it is that Noelle got this new love. You can see this new twinkle in her eye for her business. And not only that, and this is what I'm going to get into as far as the business impact and what it did for her business. So more brand visibility. Right off the bat, the models that we hired have their own, each of them have their own audience. So when we actually put together the video and put it out, of course, they're going to share it, right? So they shared it to their audience, and now their audience is introduced to the brand FineTuned. The other thing that happened was, now she has this dope content, this dope piece of content that she can use across the board. She can put it on her website, she can put it on her social media platforms, and this gives you a vision, it gives you a what is the word I'm looking for? It gave you could see what she was talking about, rather than saying, hey, I have this apparel brand. Sorry, Maru. I have this brand. Like, you can actually see the different pieces. So now let's talk about some actionable steps, some things that you can do today for your own brand. What I want you to do is look into what it would cost for you to create a commercial for your brand. Talk to some videographers. What we did, we had no budget. That's one thing I wanted to say too. That's a big part of it. We had no budget. We just worked with people who were models who were looking to build their portfolio, makeup artists that were looking to build their portfolio, and we bartered. So now, not only did we work with our community, we built that community, we also gave them something that was professional and tangible that they could use for their own marketing. The other thing I want you to do is brainstorm. Sit down for a little bit and just brainstorm some creative ways that you can introduce your brand. Whether it be creating a jingle, or doing some fun marketing campaign, whatever it may be. Sit down for a second and just think of some creative ways that you can introduce your brand to your community. And then I wanted to leave you with one little piece of encouragement, and that is, you do not need a huge budget to promote your brand. Reach out to your village, okay? Because it takes a village to build a business. Do not be afraid to barter, and make sure that it's going to be worthwhile for the person that you're going to be working with. See who is willing to take part in the creative process with you. It does not have to be complicated. You do not need a huge production team. Just work with what you have to get creative. Think out the box to promote your brand. This is your business, baby. So do what you need to do, okay? Now, I always say I don't know everything, but what I do know, I'm going to share it with y'all, because y'all are my village, and it takes a village to raise a business. I will see y'all on the next video, and please make sure to like this video, subscribe, and leave a comment if there is a specific marketing matter that you would like for me to dive into and break down. All right? See y'all next time. Bye.